morning, everybody. I will tell the story of the genesis of the book. He will talk about Ayurveda because that's everybody likes listening to that. This story, I've known Siby now for 25 years. And in 2015, he came to me with manuscript. And he wanted to, I think basically he got tired of explaining to every Malaysian what Ayurveda was about. So he asked me for help with this textbook, almost. And to be blunt, it was very boring. So I told him, I said, this is not going to work, it won't sell. So I came into the picture and I said, now what we do, I modeled Brian Weiss. For those of you who don't know who Brian Weiss is, he was Same Soul, Many Bodies. He's a psychiatrist and he wrote stories about regression therapy. So I said, model that, and what we did was we wrote stories of illnesses. So if you look at the contents page, there are illnesses like obesity, thyroid problem, depression, alcoholism, uterine cancer, brain tumor, infertility. Those are the topics. And what we did was we met regularly and he would tell me stories. So there are true stories of Malaysian patients, only Malaysian patients at the time, and what their experiences were, their ailments were, so on and so forth. I absorbed all of them and then I would come up with the background story. So the story made it interesting because they're us. You know? And he would tell me all the treatments, the big words, very difficult words, and how the treatment works, what didn't. Some of the patients didn't. Some of the stories you read in here were not successful. So in that you put the human element into a very dry topic. And that came up to, the first book was called Knowledge of Life, Tales of an Ayurveda Practitioner in Malaysia. And that was published by MPH. To much success because it was one of the local books that went into second print. And when they finished, when MPH ended the contract with us because they closed their publishing arm, we had more stories because there were people approaching me, there were people approaching him. Do you still have a copy of the book? Do you still have a copy of the book? And even now, even this morning, you know, he just had to come and everybody's, Siby, are you still having practice? So that's a common thing. So I said, okay, let's work on this again. And so we did it again, added more stories, and then we needed a publisher and I needed help. So I approached Sajid. Sajid very happily helped me with this. And this cover design is designed by him. So we came up with the new title and Sajid has all the credit for the cover because we all love the cover. And that's how we now have this book which is being launched today. As for the Ayurveda part, over to you. Questions about Ayurveda?
I do, yeah, but I think we have to make it a bit brief, if that's okay. But basically, because when it comes to modern living, there's always imbalances within the body, within the system. So I was wondering, how could we tap into the Ayurvedic tradition